Hitman 3 released for PC VR on the 20th of January 2022, and under no circumstances should you buy this game yet. And I'm going to tell you why. Are you ready? Let's get straight into it then. And remember, we're born to respawn. I'm a massive fan of Agent 47, the main protagonist of the Hitman series of games. The shaved head, the black suit, the blood red tie, along with his iconic tattoo. In my personal video game trope, he is as important to me as Master Chief, Mario, Sam Fisher, Yoshi, and Link. A very diverse group, I think you'll find. But in the world of video games, there is nothing else like Hitman. The freeform assassination simulator possesses so many varied and imaginative ways to kill your target. Walk in with a gun and kill everyone. Stealth your way in, poison the target's dinner, and stealth out without being seen. Push the target off a high balcony, drop a chandelier on their head, or electrocute them while taking a family photograph. In one memorable scene, I killed the gangster's mole with a rigged barbecue to cause a distraction, then beat him to death with a sex toy while dressed as a clown. Honestly, you couldn't make that up. PlayStation VR owners have had access to the VR version of Hitman for a while now, but the full Hitman trilogy released onto PC VR in January, utilising tracked VR controllers for the first time. I'll just say that again, the full Hitman trilogy, that's 1, 2, 3, along with all the Year 1 DLC and whatever is coming in Year 2. That is over 100 hours of content, at least. So why can I not recommend this game as it stands? Unfortunately, I knew this game was substandard as soon as I fired up the training scenario. I just looked at my hands, looked around me, and the hype and excitement just melted away. So we have to discuss what I consider to be the 3 main problems with the game and why I think they have reared their ugly head. The graphics, the stuttering, the control scheme. Let's get into it. Graphics. I have a fairly decent PC, RTX 2080 Ti, i9 and 32GB of RAM, and even on high settings, the graphics were indistinct, blurry and not sharp at all. There is a fundamental reason for this, which I will discuss later. Stuttering. I ran the game on high graphics, medium and finally on the lowest, with every post-process filter turned off and the game still stuttered. This makes movement awkward. Running and crouch running were vomit-inducing, and I have very strong VR legs. There was a point in my live stream where I actually thought I was going to throw up. It was that bad. Controls. This is 2022, not 2016. If I want to pick an object up, I want to physically grab it with my hand and not have to press a button. If I want to place a fuse into a fuse box, I expect to just reach forward and place the fuse. But the biggest problem with the control scheme is in the execution, if you'll pardon the pun, of the takedowns, whether that be a silent choke or a crowbar to the back of the head. I expected to just walk up behind someone and use my hands to choke them out, but you have to press a button as you approach, and the point at which you grab someone is very hit and miss. I usually just ended up poking them in the head and then having to beat them down with my fists. And don't get me started on the crowbar. What? Are you telling me they're hitting somebody across the head with a... Oh, come on! That is ridiculous! Why then? Why is the game so bad at the moment? It's quite simply this. I think it isn't a full nuts and bolts port from the original flat screen game to PC VR. I believe it's a port of the PlayStation VR version, and they've tried to shoehorn full motion controllers into the game and it just hasn't worked. I'm really sorry and also really annoyed at the same time. I love Hitman. I wanted this game to succeed so that I could finally say, yes, here is your showcase game. Here is over 100 hours of content in VR. Go and enjoy it. But I can't because the game is, and I hate to use this word, it's just janky. But before I move on to my conclusion, I'd like to give a shout out to my patrons. I love you all truly, madly and deeply. Plus, if you enjoy the madness that is Mac in VR, please smash that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload any new content. Thanks. My conclusion. In its current state, I cannot recommend that anyone forks out their hard-earned cash for this game. Now, I got the game from Epic Games Store at the end of December and it was discounted to £20, plus I had a £10 off voucher. That wasn't too bad. If you have Xbox Game Pass, then the full Hitman trilogy is available to you for free if you have a VR-ready PC. In Steam, the game costs £50, which is incredibly overpriced. for the state of the game currently. So, what can IOI do to bring the game up to what we, as VR gamers, expect? Sort out the motion controls and give us the ability to use our hands instead of a button press. Work out a way to prevent stuttering. I have heard direct from IOI that the problem is due to cache, and that restarting the game can go a long way to solving the problem. But this is a AAA game title. Why was this not fixed before release? The flat screen experience of Hitman 3 in 4K with HDR at 60 frames per second is incredible. Entering the Burj Al Ghazali and walking up the stairs for the first time is one of those moments in video games. The PC VR experience? A blurry, indistinct mess that needs fixing. Please don't think that I'm just bashing the devs just for the sake of it. I want Hitman to succeed. I love the franchise and I did have some fun during my live stream, but PC VR players have higher expectations than this janky, buggy mess of a release, and IOI need to get it sorted before the game is forever tainted. And I'm looking at you again, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. Have you played Hitman 3 in VR? What is your opinion on the release into VR? Have you actually enjoyed yourself in VR? You know the drill. Get involved and comment down below. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the other side. That was my knee cracking. Right, the moment is nigh.
Damn.
You haven't even got that bit right. Fuck off. Oh, that worked.